if you have a child trying to parent themselves, imagine a 4-year-old saying like, "I'll handle it from here. I know how to be an adult and I know how to live in the world." As a parent or a grandparent, we would laugh and just say, "My child, you don't know what you're talking about." That semblance of strength and your show of strength, it's pitiful because it's not possible. It's not possible because a child, one, has to mature into adulthood to actually live in the world as an adult. I mean, if you look at all human beings, it's like when we're born, everyone's in its search of their power and their strength and to know themselves. It's just the ego taught us to look in all these insane places where we can never find it. I do not know what anything, including this, means. And so I do not know how to respond to it, and I will not use my own past learning as the light to guide me now. You see, when we do that, we open up, we become an invitation for the Holy Spirit to teach us. But we have to fire ourselves as our own teacher first. He says in the text, Jesus says, "You who've learned amiss should not be your own teacher." Now you can imagine Helen, who was a clinical psychologist at Columbia, very brilliant, very intellectual, hearing this, saying you have to fire yourself as your own teacher, and that the whole start to become a student and listen to the Holy Spirit guide you. And it goes on, and it says, "Those who remember always that they know nothing and who have become willing to learn everything will learn it. But whenever they trust themselves, they will not learn." It's very important here. And he goes on, he says, "They destroy their motivation for learning by thinking they already know." So think that. So don't think you understand anything until you pass the test of perfect peace. For peace and understanding go together and can never be found alone. So ultimately, the test is of perfect peace. There's a situation when I think of the person or the situation, do I feel that perfect peace? If I don't, if I feel static, if I feel fear, if I feel anger or conflict, then I didn't learn of the Holy Spirit. I learned of the ego. And that's where we get to turn away from what we think we know about everything and everyone, and actually open our hearts, open our minds up in the understanding that I don't know, I can be shown.